Ready, set, travel. The holiday rush to the airports and highways is underway.
It's beginning to look a lot like a hectic holiday travel season, but it might go relatively smoothly if the weather cooperates. Travel over Christmas and New Year's tends to spread out over many days, so the peaks in the U.S. are likely to be lower than they were during the Thanksgiving holiday. That is making airlines and federal officials optimistic. But the debacle at Southwest Airlines over Christmas last year should guard against overconfidence. Just this week, the Transportation Department announced a settlement in which Southwest will pay $140 million for that meltdown, which stranded more than 2 million travelers. So far this year, airlines have canceled 1.2% of U.S. flights, down nearly half from 2.1% over the same period last year. Cancellations were well below 1% during Thanksgiving, according to FlightAware. I don't want to jinx us, but so far 2023 has seen the lowest cancellation rate in the last 5 years, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said Tuesday. He added, however, that winter weather will certainly be a challenge in the next few weeks. Cancelled flights surged last year, as airlines were caught short-staffed when travel rebounded from the pandemic more quickly than expected. Since then, U.S. airlines have hired thousands of pilots, flight attendants and other workers, and the cancellation rate has come down. After struggling with cancellations and other disruptions last year, European travel has also been smoother this year and more people are expected to travel over Christmas and New Year's, said Mike Arnott, spokesman for Cirium, an aviation analytics company. Still, about 3% of flights within Europe have been cancelled so far in December, and nearly 30% have been delayed, according to Cirium. Cirium projected that the number of seats flown within Europe will rise 10% between December 22 and January 2 compared to the similar period in 2023. Strong winds and rain from a storm named Pia was expected to disrupt travel in the Netherlands and UK on Thursday. Amsterdam Airport Schiphol Airport warned a significant number of flights will be delayed or cancelled on Thursday. On Wednesday night, about a third of arriving and departing flights were delayed Schiphol on Wednesday, according to FlightAware. Just 1% of departing flights and 2% of arrival flights were cancelled. Some train routes were suspended in Scotland on Thursday due to Pia, and slowdowns were expected elsewhere in the UK, but the storm was so far not disrupting air travel. Globally, air travel has still not fully recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic. About 8.6 billion people are projected to travel through the world's airports in 2023, according to Airports Council International, a Montreal-based trade group for airports. That's about 94% of the passenger volume in 2019, before the pandemic hit. In one piece of good news, the volcanic eruptions in southwestern Iceland are not disrupting flights, despite the area's proximity to the country's main Keflavik airport. Experts, the location and features of the eruptions on Reykjanes Peninsula make it different from the 2010 eruption of a different Icelandic volcano, the Eyjafjallajökull, which sent giant clouds of ash over Europe and caused massive disruptions to international aviation. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration says it is creating more air traffic routes, especially along the East Coast, to help keep planes moving over the holidays. Over the past year, airlines have blamed many of their delays on a shortage of FAA air traffic controllers that slows down traffic. The agency, which pressured airlines to reduce flights in the New York City area this summer and fall because of FAA understaffing, says it has been hiring and now has 10,700 certified controllers. There are different views on what the number should be, but it needs to be a lot higher, new FAA Administrator Mike Whitaker said Tuesday.